everybody. This is an Arcus bow that is, I believe, something like 24 years old. So we're making them for 25 years already. Isn't it quite astonishing? Well, a long time. I'm growing old, by the way. I used to be a young man, you know, making bows. I don't know if this is a good start, but anyways, so yeah. And we've come quite a long way. I almost turned into a viola player over the years. And we are celebrating our 25th anniversary with this limited edition bows, about which I'll make a new video, a separate video, of course. Because today we have to do something very else, because it's a new bow day. We have the Viola Müsing L-series starting right now. And there's a good reason why we made them. And what that is, I'll be happy to explain in a little bit. Now, let's first take a look at where we were with the Musing bows so far. So we've been making the C-series viola bows since 2017. The Musing bows were developed and designed specifically for the demands of amateur players and students, to make playing a little more easy and also provide the bows with a more straightforward sound production, which is, by the way, a great bow to cheat when you play music that you haven't practiced properly or not at all. That's when I always use a Musing bow. When you play really to perfection, something like a Musing Arcus T7 is a tool of great precision and possibilities and capabilities. But the Musing bows are really making life easy for a violist. Part of that is because they are as light as a violin bow, so around 61 grams. But they're also very, very strong. So the elasticity of a stick is more like that of a cello bow. And why is that? Why do we do that? Well, Pernambuco bows were once designed to play on pure gut strings, not on metal one strings. That's a pretty new thing, only come up during the last century. And for modern strings, a wooden bow is a bit on the soft side. So we have these modern tungsten wound C strings that we can dig in really nice to fill a big concert hall. And the wooden bows, you know, I would play a lot on the stick, really. And you can easily tell why that is. It is quite flexible. Now, when you play with the cello bow, which is, of course, much stiffer, much stronger, that problem's gone. But with carbon fiber, we can make a bow that is a viola bow that is just as strong as a wooden cello bow, but as light as a violin bow. So that's why we made these Musing bows, the Musing viola bows, strong and light, easy to play. Now, on the other hand, we have the professional range Arcus bows, like the T-series, but we figured that there's something in between that's missing. So for advanced amateurs, for advanced students, or maybe also for professional players who don't want to spend that much money or really learn new playing technique, or just want a more easy bow, easy to handle bow. And so I was thinking really hard how we can combine the qualities of the Arcus and the Musing bows in a new range of Musing bows. And the key to a more delicate playing and a richer sound lies in the wall thickness of the sticks. So as you may know, our sticks, especially particularly of the Arcus bows, are really thin. So we have a wall thickness of only 0.7 millimeters. Viola is probably 0.8. So that's really thin. Now with the Musing bows, we are at 1.3 millimeter roughly, maybe 1.4. So in that ballpark. And we wanted to get in between the two, because the thinner the wall, the richer the sound. So actually a lighter bow or a lighter built stick, that's the most important part, gives a richer sound, not a more heavy bow. That's not quite true, what some people believe. In wooden bows, it's like when you really want a stronger bow, you need to make the stick thicker so you can dig deeper and harder, or you need stiffer wood, heavier wood. So that's why many people confuse strength with weight, which is absolutely not the same. So you can handle these two very, very differently and separately. Okay, so what we try to do then is, by using our 3D woven carbon fiber stuff here, to make sticks that are slimmer, thin-walled, more thin-walled than the C-series. But when we do that, we end up with a little bit of a problem regarding weight and balance. We still want our balance to be roughly 24 centimeters from the end of the stick, 24.5. So when we make the stick lighter, we need extra weight in the tip to balance it out, and we also need the extra weight for off-string bowing. So we have a little bit of a, it's a little bit like a golf club, maybe. Okay. Now, the idea that we came up with is this. The Musing C-series bows are made with a little bit of polycarbonate. It's the same stuff they make the computers from. So polycarbonate, very, very strong plastic, very hard. But instead, we have developed a tip, so it's all the inside of the tip, of the head, from aluminum. So which is 2.5, 3 times the weight of the plastic part. And it also gives us an aluminum sole or tip, as you want it. So we have the counterbalance of the lighter stick. Okay, and then it took us only like 2 years to figure out how to actually make these thinner sticks and these aluminum tips and get it all into production properly. And well, ta-da, here we are. Here's the Viola L-series Musing bows. And so, yeah, we're very proud on them because they really sound beautiful. Let me do a little bit of a comparison here. Let's just take first of all, let me come up with the outfit. So for the L3 and L4, we have a stainless steel outfit. So the winding, the ferrule, the slide, the linings, all made from stainless steel. The button is aircraft grade aluminum. And of course we have the aluminum tip. So very robust. The frog is made from ebony with mother of pearl inlay. Yeah, like the buttons on my shirts, right? That's mother of pearl. The L5 then has the same outfit basically, but a snakewood frog, a very beautiful snakewood. And the L6 then, which is a top of a range model, comes in silver, so the winding, the ferrule, the button, it's all sterling silver. But the most important difference, of course, is the classification of the sticks. So we make the sticks and classify them according to the resonance. Now let's see how the entry-level C3 fares when we compare that to, let's say, the gold-mounted Pernambuco bow, and for example the Coda bow Diamond GX. On a similar playing field, I would say. And also not very far away from this. Pernambuco bows maybe a little more shiny now than the L3. Let's try the L4. I think the L4 clearly wins when we come to the A string. Up here, the wooden bow is a bit weak. And on the C string, I think the L4 is more rounded, which I'm pretty happy with actually. Okay, let's go to the L5. This, I would say, is clearly a pro level bow. It gives you such a rich sound, such an easy response. So there's no limit of the music you can play with that, or, you know, the occasion. You can play any concert with that thing. And you'll be hard put to find a Pernambuco bow that matches the L5. When we go to the L6, things are getting really interesting. So you have almost the same artistic freedom as with the Arcus bow, I would say. Or the same. Compared to the T6, I would even say it has a fuller sound. When we go to the T7, now that is a significant step up again. It's not quite there. Start. Yeah. So there's a reason why many professional players love our 7-class bows, and I do too, I have to admit. But still, the L6 at a significantly lower price and so easy to handle, so comfortable. So uncomplicated and such a rich, warm, beautiful sound. So yeah, you can tell I'm very proud on this development, and we're very happy to have gone through all that. And I think it very nicely fills the gap between the high-end Arcus bows and the very easy playing C-series with a new mid-range that is really a pleasure to play and very useful for pretty much any violist. So yeah, I think we have it, and I hope you can get your hands on a few of these bows and try them out. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. And otherwise, contact your nearest dealer, shop, or us to get a few of these and see if you like them. Thanks for now. See you in the next one. Bye.